Good morning,
sure.
Flosstube. Welcome to Crafty Cottage Stitches. This is our Flosstube number 5. I'm Heather.
I'm Jeanette.
And this is a channel about cross stitching and sewing and crafting.
Quilting.
Quilting, a little bit of decorating.
Whatever we come up with. And the reason we laugh when we start out is because we do this like 5 times just starting. It's just really hard. So
it's a mess.
So here we go.
Here we go. What do we want to get started with today?
You can start with your 500 starts that you did.
Yes, I have a problem. I counted last night when I was in bed to see how many Christmas projects I've started, and I don't think I even included the quilt blocks that I'm going to show you today. And I know I didn't include the project bags. I've started 12.
Oh my goodness.
That includes a couple patterns that I'm working on for my Etsy shop, but I have a problem. I keep starting them. I'm not showing all of them today because I haven't worked on all of them this past 2 weeks, but I'm showing a few of them. So are we just?
I don't have that same problem.
Started with, well, I'll just show you what I've started this past 2 weeks then, because I've got new starts. So the first one I'm going to show you, just make sure this is actually recording. Okay, it is. Is, there we go. Jolly St. Nick and Rudolph by Stitching with the Housewives. I saw this one, where did I fall in love with this? Stitching by the Shore did this on a light background, and I loved how that looked, so I just had to get it. And so I decided to change out the colors to make them a little bit more vintagey because that's more my Christmas style.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. This is on a piece of, I think just 32 count. It might have been 28. 28.
It might have up a little bit when we dyed it.
Yeah, 28 count that we dyed. Not sure what the recipe was of how we dyed this. I'm working on that right now, trying to get the same color. But it's so cute. Dyed aqua. I switched out.
I actually might start that one this year.
It's really, really fun. This part is so fun to do, and it works up really quick. I had to make myself stop because I wanted to work on other things too.
Apparently start other things too. So
I tried to start like a routine where I would do, for a couple of days there, I was really good at it, where like if I had time to stitch in the morning when Evie was playing, doing whatever, I was going to stitch one thing. I was going to have a nap time thing that I was stitching, and then a nighttime thing that I was stitching. And this was my nighttime thing for, I think, 2 nights I worked on this. And I
super cute.
So that's a start for the last 2 weeks. And then the other one I started this on Thanksgiving. This is Hands-On Design Christmas Eve. And this I'm loving.
It's beautiful.
This is done. Is this one of the linens that you just dyed? Or is this one?
No, we had dyed it before. We had dyed it before. Yeah.
We played around with dyeing fabric, like, I think that was 2 summers ago now.
Yes, because it's zigzagged. So that would have been 2 summers ago that we did it.
So not sure what we did color-wise with this one. I have an idea, but I'll let you know if I figure out what this one was. But I'm changing out most of the colors on this one. I think the white is the only one that I'm keeping the same on there. But I had the idea to do this more of like a glittery Putz house, like Putz church. You might hear my daughter today. She's in a bit of a mood, so. She's with Dad, so he's having fun there. So that was another start. And my other start was a freebie that I found from the Scarlet House. It's so beautiful.
That is definitely going to be a start for me.
And this one is working up really quick. I posted a picture of a tiered tray that I had decorated with some birdhouses. some like glittery birdhouse ornaments that we made years ago. We just got some plain like unfinished wood birdhouses from Michael's or Joann's.
That was we glittered everything, remember?
Yeah. That was when I was a kid, I think.
Yeah.
Or in high school, maybe.
Yeah.
We painted them white, we glittered them, or no, we painted them white. I put scrapbook paper on the roofs. I don't think you did those, did you?
Yeah. I have a bunch of
Oh, okay. And then we just glittered the heck out of them. And then I put them in my tree for years and years as ornaments. But I decided not to do that this year, but they're perfect for a tiered tray. So anyways, after that long story, I thought this bird would be beautiful on that tiered tray. So this is the start I have for him. And this fabric, I think, was just another one you had dyed. Or we dyed that 2 summers ago. Right?
Yeah, that one's perfect. Yeah, I think so.
It's a little.
Or is that the green? I don't know. Is that the green I just did?
It might be.
I think it's the green I just did, and I thought I messed up on it, but now I love it. Seeing it at your house.
Beautiful.
It's pretty. Is that the called for colors?
Nope. It's the called for colors. The only called for color that I used is going to be on the like body of the bird. The rest of it I've changed out to make it a little bit, I guess, less prim, maybe a little bit more vintage, less prim. It's really cute. I love the color that I picked out for the berries, and I'll show all that when I finish it. I like to post pictures of them on my Instagram with the bobbin, so you can see the colors that I switched out on that. But this was a nap time stitch up, and it was really quick. I mean, this was like an hour and a half, and I had all that done. I love it. So that's all I have for starts this week.
That's all.
Anything?
And I did
a couple things I want to start.
There's a pile, so I've decided I like to stitch during the season, but I also like to buy during the season.
So that's been an issue. Our haul.
Yeah, that's been a problem. So I did start one thing, and I'm kind of obsessed with it a little bit. It's someone had showed a Santa Claus from Subrosa. Can you see that good? And so I got on there thinking I was going to go buy the Santa Claus, but I found this instead. I probably will still buy the Santa Claus eventually, but I was obsessed. I think this is beautiful. I know exactly where I want it to go. So this is that. And I'm going to put it on there. Here is my start. It is being stitched on 40 count flax, my go-to, 1/2, and none of the same colors. I'm not really a brown house person, so the house is done in St. Bernard, which is such a pretty color, and seaweed.
You would think that would be a brown.
I know, wouldn't you? It must be a city. It must be a city. It must be a city in like Switzerland or something.
What brand is that?
I don't know.
That's a beautiful color. I really like
classic color works. So anyway, so that's my start, and I'm gonna work on this till I have to work on this during the day because it's 40 count and I need natural lighting. I don't like the artificial lighting. I have an aunt light, but it really bothers my eyes, kind of blares at my face. I need to find some other kind of lighting. But yeah, so that's my start. I should finish it in the next week if I would quit messing up. I spent half this week pulling stuff out. So that's been the problem. I started at the house with a darker blue and I didn't like it.
This one's perfect.
This one. So yeah, so that's it. That's my only start. I didn't work.
I need to get that spelunker light from you.
Oh yeah.
Have you tried that?
No, it's too much light. The problem is the light is too much light. I need one that actually goes down, because then it's like blaring up through the bottom of it's like bouncing off that. I only use readers. I don't have like corrective lenses, and it just glares off my glasses and all that. So I need to find a new light. So
Is your
that's my
outline
only,
not adjustable?
no, it's like land planes or
Oh, I
not.
mean like the angle.
It is.
Oh, okay.
But it's still, then it glares off the paper and it doesn't work, or it's glaring off my glasses and it's just not the light.
Well,
I think I'm
mine's
gonna
so
try like a Stella or a halo light or something.
Yeah.
I think they're adjustable so you can dim down the lights, and I think that'll be better. But that's okay. I work on it during the day.
Mine's so bright I used it for seed starting.
See what I'm saying? And then it's glaring off my readers, and I actually got anti-glare readers on, so I'm hoping that helps. I don't know. If you have the perfect light, let me know. So
okay, why don't I show the fabric that I dyed this week?
yes. Do you have other whips too, though, that you worked on?
Yeah.
Okay, show those first. Because I do have whips too.
Okay, that's true. This one I picked up again yesterday because I wanted to work on something else, but I didn't want to start something else because I thought that'd be too much. This is the Pinker and Pumpkin quilting. I'll just show that real quick. The Santa mug, the vintage Santa mug, she did that free pattern. So you just go on to her blog, and I'll link that below to get that pattern.
I've been seeing a lot of finishes of it too, and oh my gosh,
that's kind of what motivated me to pick it
mm-hmm.
up. It's very much my style for Christmas decorating and probably for just house decorating in the future. So I started to work on the bows. I had 2 videos ago, I had gotten the frame done on that, the border done on that. And so I wanted to get a different color going, and I switched out the color again, the green on it. I think it's 320. I really like that green for vintagey Christmas. So I started the red berries and I started the green, and I don't know, she has charted to do some like brown in there for the green bows. I might leave that out. I'll see. I'm going to get all the green and red going and see what it looks like.
It's really pretty.
It is really pretty. So I might play around with that. And I've decided for the snowflakes on this, I'm also going to play around with using like a metallic, one of the metallic flosses that you bought me. I thought it'd be a good one to play around with different things on.
I forgot to tell you, I bought you that etoile or whatever.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What color? White?
White. It's not that white. It's pretty gray. Oops, sorry. It's pretty gray.
Yeah, I think I would want white on this one, which I'll probably use that one, the Diamante or whatever that you got me that one time.
Yeah,
definitely. I have a couple options that actually no. You know what I've pulled for this one? No, never mind. I pulled it for the church. I'm going to be using some glittery on that too, and it's the Petite Treasure braid. Is that what it's called? Oh
yeah,
the white Petite Treasure braid. I've never used that, but you said that was the easiest.
I've heard that's what is the easiest one to use. So
it's very fine and soft. So I'm excited to get started on that. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going to do that on. I'm just going to surprise you when I get that going. And then I also worked on, I'm probably not supposed to do this because it's my design, but I'm doing this because I need to motivate myself to get this done. I worked on a part of the Holly Jolly 9 patch I'm doing. So I got that going, some of the border on there. I need to stop starting things so I can get this done because I'm letting people down. But that's the part I have going on that.
Yes, but they're cute individually too, but you do need to finish it if you want to sell it.
That's part of my problem too. Like, I want to do some of these individually.
Yeah. Well, you can do that at Easter time.
I know, but I want them now on my, I don't know, everywhere. That's all I have for whips, for cross stitch whips.
Okay, so I have, well, besides the one I showed, I have one other. Well, one and one I'm going to tell you about, so I actually do it. So here is my, oh my gosh. Oh, this one right here, Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. I've been working on it. This was my morning stitch, but I finished the border.
You want to put a board behind
Do I
that?
have
Your tree.
Oh, I have it upside down completely anyway. So anyway, the border is completely finished. The only thing left I have to do before I distress it is finish this part right here, because I had already started it, the brown part.
That'll be real quick.
It would be really quick. It's very quick, actually. I only have to go right there, but I've ripped it out twice because for me, doing a repetitive where you're not having to really, you can do it over and over again. I mess up that so much compared to if I have to pay attention. I would look back and think, oh my goodness, I've left off a 2 when it's supposed to be 4, 3, 2. So anyway, I just do that. Does it only
go along the top?
It goes all the way across the top.
Oh, okay. I thought it went all the way around.
No, just across the top. And then I'm going to spritz antique and spray on it and then finish the rest. So yeah. So that now I'm working
to spray it.
No,
taking so long.
No, not at all. I'm not nervous. So yeah, I'm gonna practice on a piece of muslin, but
I mean,
anyway, so I loved doing the border. So I was going to tell you about the border if you want to know a secret. And hardcore cross stitchers are going to be like, oh my goodness, she left that. So the whole bottom of this border is stitched opposite of the way I always cross stitch, because this is way too much fabric for me to hold in my hand. So I decided when I got to the other side, I was going to do it upside down, and which works fine. Your stitches are fine, and they still, even if you're reading your pattern upside down, they still cross the same way, but they don't when you get to here and then you just decide I'm going to still do it upside down and go around the corner. And I was about 5 bows in and I realized,
oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So because I was like this now instead of just absolutely upside down.
So your X's are crossed the opposite way.
The opposite direction. And for about a hot second, I thought, oh my gosh, I have to take that out. And I held it up. I'm like, I am so not taking that out. I was like 5 bows in. There's 9. I was not taking it out. Who cares? Nobody knows. I'm apologize. You're a cross stitcher that thinks that's, oh my goodness, I would have ripped it out. You can't see it. 100 years from now, people
I do that all the time, and I don't stitch upside down. So,
but now lesson learned. That was lesson learned on that one. So, yeah. So now I know. I do have one more whip. I actually haven't worked on it, and I'm going to tell you about it because I'm going to do it this week. And if I say something, then maybe I will. It is my, what is this called? Harvest Time Village. Here it is.
So cute.
I actually finished this back in February for Finish It February. And I left the border off because I thought, I don't need a border. I'll just have a frame cut super close to it. And it's harder to frame with the border to get it straight. However, when I ordered my frame, they couldn't supposedly cut it down this small. And so when I put it in the frame, it looks ridiculous. It's like floating in the middle with a big, border around it. So that's my goal this week, is because I have the frame, it's all cut and ready to go. All I need to do is stitch the border, and this will be done by next weekend. So it comes out of this pamphlet right here.
I thought they ended up
you. The what?
I thought
no. So
you just told them you weren't going to take it, right?
Right. And so they made me a new one with a bigger one. They said they couldn't get it that small. So, but that's okay. It's fine. Whatever. I just need to put the border around it. And so it won't look like it's floating in the middle of a bigger frame. So, and anyway, came off that. And that's my goal this week, is to actually because I have the frame, I had it cut. I know it's not Christmassy, but it's Thanksgiving, so I want it done for sure for next year. So that's that.
My goal this week is to finish this one.
Oh, and I'm going to start that one because I have to.
And I think finish this one too. This is a lot of stitching, but it's quite small, so I think I can do it. This one I think I might be able to get done today. Because I mean, it's the rest of the bird and then basically the same of the greens flipped. And then I went to do this in a pillow, I'm pretty sure. Though it would be really cute in a frame, like a tiny frame. We'll see.
I have a pile of them, so
yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, so that's my goal, I think. I'm going to try not to start. Well, that's not true. There is one start that I'm going to do this week too, which is that Brenda Gervais freebie.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So there's going to be a freebie on With Thy Needle and Thread, and I think it's on her Facebook page, right? Did we decide that?
Yeah, and she's on Instagram, and I think you don't have to have Facebook. You can link to it from her Instagram.
Okay.
She said you don't have to have Facebook, so I'm not very good at Facebook, but
I meant to kit that all up so we could show it today, but we'll just show it next week. So go on her Instagram page or her Facebook page and check that out. She hasn't shown what the pattern is yet, but I bet it'll be really cute. I think it's.
And if you see the colors, you're going to be hooked anyway, because it's like candy cane Christmas or whatever. It's beautiful.
And if I was going to start anything, it would be other Brenda Gervais patterns that I have that I'll show you because I have plans for them with the dyed fabric that I did. So yeah, those two.
So show that next.
Okay. So was it last video that you showed fabric that you had dyed?
I think so.
I have it here somewhere. This is a mess.
And I like it more now. The more I look at it, the more I like it. Once I started pulling
not the gray.
Different, I do. You what?
Not the gray that you had done.
Oh, no, that was awful.
So she gave me that gray fabric and I said that I would just play around with it. So I did for a while. I tried it in some black grit dye and that made it even more purple. I had asked MommalovesyouGB if she had any recommendations because she dyes a lot of fabric herself. And she said that she found that pearl gray, which was one of the colors I think we had used on there, she found that pearl gray was less purple. So what I did is I tried this in some black grit dye and then I copy tea dyed it and it was fine. I mean, it was kind of more of a browny purple. I started to stitch on it. I started to stitch the Merry Chockful on there for the Holly Jolly stitch along. Is that what it's called?
Jolly Housefly
stitch along. I did that as one of them. I got about, I don't know, 40 stitches of the jar in there and I just hated the fabric. So when I was dyeing the other day, I stuck it into another jar of pearl gray, but I added taupe to it. And that really took the purple out of it, I think.
It doesn't look purple at all. And now I want a piece of it back for a jar one.
There's plenty of it
here.
Yeah,
it was that a fat quarter, I think?
Well, but there is some funkiness because I also coffee tea dyed it again. There's a little bit of burnness, but I don't mind that.
I was say you can have that piece. You like that.
And I was so lazy I didn't rip out the section I had already started, but I can do that. Whatever. There's plenty of it here for you to.
Yay.
Whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That helped with the purple for sure, was doing taupe. And to dye a fresh piece of fabric, it was perfect. So I did that. I re-dyed that. And I dyed.
You're doing it in the jar, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
For that one. Yes, I did for that. So this is what it looked like when I took a white piece of, I think this is just Monaco because it's quite stiff. It's pretty tiny count, but it must have been 28 count. Maybe 32.
No,
It's quite
I
small.
think, yeah,
With the stitches
we've
on.
had some 32.
Yeah. You had given me like a Ziploc baggie of probably a yard. No, it wasn't a yard. It's a lot. I cut this. I guess it was 4 of these, so that wouldn't have been a yard. It was like 4 of these sections. And this is pearl gray and taupe. And
That's
I
perfect.
didn't measure it. I just did some sloshing. Probably less than 1/4 of a teaspoon on each of those in a jar with water. And it wasn't in there for too terribly long. And I think it's perfect. And I want to do, well, I think I want to do him on there.
That'll be super cute. Yeah.
I want to do him on gray.
I think you'll just have to test that cup if you're, yeah, because
Right,
we
that's
bought
why I'm having a problem. Because I also ended up doing this color. But I don't think his cup would still not show up on there.
Not at all.
So with this one was interesting. I almost gave up on dyeing the fabric. So I started with this color. The first color I got, gosh, I'm sorry, I'm a mess.
This isn't her normal room. She's in her husband's office. So.
Yeah. This is what I ended up with. It's pretty, like it's a really cool color. But I mean, it's like
cool, like for a mermaid or something like that.
And I even thought about it for that penguin that you'll show in your haul.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it'd be really cute for that, but this was like a huge piece of fabric. I just kind of went for it. I was like, oh, I'll be good at this. It'll be totally fine. And then I ended up with this flippin' neon teal.
I thought that too with some of mine. I'm like, oh my God, I just stuck $15 in a jar and ruined it.
But so I did that, and I did this like during dinner. This had aquamarine, teal, and lemon yellow, I think, in it. I was cooking dinner at the same time, and I pulled it out of the oven, or pulled it out, and I was like, this is crazy. And so I went to bed kind of sad that it had turned out this color. But the next day I added it to
It's really pretty though. It really is pretty.
It is a really pretty color, but I just couldn't, like, I was trying to think of what I would put on it. And if anything that I was going to put on it was going to end up in Evie's room, because it, you know, it's her walls are basically this color, like a muted version of this color. So I'm like, well, then it's just going to kind of blend in. So I decided to, after I dyed that piece of gray, this piece here, I stuck it in there. I stuck it in the taupe and pearl gray and ended up with this. And there is quite a bit of modeling. You can see.
Yeah, but it's not like blotches and stuff. No. I love it.
It turned out really cool. And this had something I had started stitching on it years ago. So that's why there's cut out. And I had cut it out and cut chunks out of it so I could test it before I committed. But I loved the way that the taupe and pearl gray turned out on it. So I do think I'm going to do this one on there.
Definitely.
With thy needle and thread for it's cold outside. Yeah. But
are you starting those soon, or are we going to do those?
That's what I was just going to say. I don't.
Christmas, maybe?
I think I'm going to hold off until winters because they are kind of winter themed.
Let's start those.
I mean, I want to start them, but I'm going to wait until January, right?
Oh, January. I think I'll do it the week after Christmas. I'll start.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah. Just after Christmas.
We'll do that. Maybe the day after Christmas. They're so cute.
They are very cute.
So cute. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That'll give me time to find fabric for those.
Yeah. And
my Christmas start is going to be Winter Rose Manor for sure. I was going to try to start that earlier, but I really want to do the Hollyberry Farm. I really want to work on that until it's done. So
yeah,
I'm not good at 12 starts.
Next week for our video, I'll talk about that when we talk about our video for next week.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do. So that's that's the fabric I dyed.
Okay.
Now, do you want to do
Paul?
haul?
Yep.
I don't have very much haul. Oh, we'll talk about our shopping. I wasn't planning on doing any shopping. Like at all. But then
I don't ever have not shopping, so
I know.
mean, come on.
But I'm cheap typically. I wasn't planning on doing any shopping, but then it was Small Business Saturday, and I'm like, well, I've got to buy something for Small Business Saturday, and so I ended up. I was on Instagram, and there was a shop. I'll get you the shop name when I actually have the haul, because I didn't get any of it in the mail yet, because I think all these places I shopped at were quite busy for Small Business Saturday. They were giving away a free mini charm pack, so I had to buy some fabric from them.
It's so I won't have shipping charges, so.
Right. Yeah. So I did that, and then I ordered some stuff from 2 different Etsy shops, but I don't have any of the stuff yet, so I'll have that for next week. Hopefully to show, because Etsy is small businesses.
Okay. You don't have to justify it. Everybody understands. And it's because you're like, oh, Small Business Saturday, you have to, I'm ordering stuff. I'm like, okay, well then I need to order stuff. So.
That's exactly what I was like, oh yeah, there's an excuse. And the one place I ordered from is, I think they're more of like a beading company, but they had all this Weeks Dye Works floss, and I needed 2 colors, or no, I needed 1 color. For the pattern you're getting me for Christmas, I needed garnet red. And so I went searching for that, and they had all their Weeks Dye Works was 20% off. So it was $2 a skein, which I think is like 50 cents cheaper than you typically can get it, right?
Depending on where you get it, yeah. I let her pick out, so I didn't pick her chart. I wanted her to pick a chart that she really wanted to do, fully kitted. Well, minus fabric, because we're kind of picky about our fabrics. So, yeah, so that's why she's saying she needs to fill in. But I tried to order the color, but they were out where I ordered her pattern. So, but you're still not getting it till Christmas. So
that's probably going to be my Christmas Day start.
True. That'll be cool.
That, or the pattern that I bought you for Christmas.
She's not giving me mine, so I'm not giving her hers until Christmas Day. So
I need that for myself. We'll show you those once we gift them
after Christmas. So.
Yes. Anyways, so here is one. I did end up buying the pattern she already showed, the Subrosa. Did we talk about what that's called? It's called All Hearts Come Home. So she had already started this. This is the one that she had done, the house in blue. I am going to stitch this too, but I don't know if I'm going to stitch it this Christmas season.
I knew exactly where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it in a frame that hangs. I have hooks in my entryway, and so I'm going to hang it next to that basket. Sorry, I have fluff on my nose or something. I know exactly where I want it, kind of fitting for this year. So I had started. I mean, I literally started it that night after I printed them. Heather doesn't have a printer, so everything, part of her haul is at my house because Daddy prints it for her. So
I'm spoiled.
But yeah, I started it right away. It's beautiful. I just love it.
Beautiful. Well, and if I was thinking about stitching it for that same spot in my entryway, but the pattern that I'm getting for Christmas, that's where I'm going to be putting that, that big piece, and that'll be a whole, like an all winter piece. I'm pretty sure.
Definitely. It's super beautiful.
So this was purchased, the one I'm getting.
Yeah.
So this one, I know, it's really pretty. What was I going to say? This is bought directly, I think, from the Subrosa Etsy shop, right?
Right. It's hers.
It's a PDF. She was able to send. I think you can get this as an actual pattern too, if you prefer that. I don't remember, but I got it as a PDF so she could start it, so we could start it right away. We bought this as a PDF. Because we're kind of obsessed with that right now.
Well, you know, when you stay home, we don't have an LNS. We've said that before. So are you done with haul?
Nope.
Oh, that's right.
Also got ball fringe. What were you going to use this for?
The thing I ended up, it's too small.
So she asked if I had any mini ball fringe.
I have a pile of it right there. I found it.
Too small?
Yeah, for what I want. But I'm still gonna use it on there. I'm just not gonna make a pillow out of it. The Merry Christmas, my dear. I was gonna make a pillow and I wanted the small ball fringe, but
I guess I didn't know what you were using it for. I would have ordered different.
It's okay. It just didn't. It looks super cute on there, but just not as a pillow. It's too small. So
right.
But I'm gonna use it on there. I'm just not gonna make a pillow out of it. I'm gonna frame it and give it to Haley. So my
perfect.
older granddaughter. Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, I got it.
So she has what, 20 yards of that or something?
Maybe 30.
Yeah. You could dye some of that. We're gonna dye some of that too, because that'll
definitely.
be fun.
She had texted me and she was like, "Do you have any small ball fringe?" And all that I had is going to be too big for that, but will be perfect for those pillows that we also need to make.
Mm-hmm.
And so she wanted it like before we had this, we were going to do this Flosstube. And so I thought, well, I'll check Amazon because I don't normally do that for crafting stuff.
No, we try to do
get off of Etsy. We try to do small for that. But I was able to get this delivered like next day. So, and it was super cheap. I mean, it was like $10.50, I want to say, like $10.50 for like 30 yards of this perfect little tiny.
Well, the next time you dye some aqua stuff, throw some of that in there too.
I will.
That'll be super cool.
I will because I have 30 yards of this. I found an Etsy shop and I will have to, let me pull it up now because I want to tell you guys, because I saw somebody asking on a Facebook page or an Instagram. I don't know.
All right, well, I'll show some of the haul while you're looking for it then.
That was all I have for haul anyways.
Oh, okay. So these are actually Heather's haul, you know, because it's a PDF and Dad has to print them off. So it's from the Frosted Pumpkin. Right there.
Yes, it's so cute.
What is it? It's called, I don't know. Old lady needs to find her glasses is what it's called.
I love it so much.
Sorry, these are my bathroom glasses. I stepped on my glasses the other day. I don't have so much fun at the North Pole. So, that's so number cute. 1. Obviously for Evelyn. And number 2, Grandma has to stitch, is that one. And this one's called Ho Ho Ho. Well, that makes sense. And oh my goodness. Look how cute.
Who did I see? Oh, Java Girl Stitches. Stitching.
Is that where you saw it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have
to.
So
cute.
Have it. It's so cute. See that I want to do them up for.
I've always wanted to do one, but they really don't fit in my house anywhere. Right. And it's like, I don't have kids anymore, but I don't care. I'm gonna stitch this, put it in a hoop just like that, and put it on my magnet board back there for Christmas next year because it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh, anyway,
so now I have an excuse to stitch them because I thought I could stitch them all. I mean, I love all her like Halloween ones that she does.
I guess we don't really need an excuse. We can stitch whatever the heck we want, but
right. But I just don't know where I would put it in my house necessarily because I don't. I always thought, well, it'd be cute in a craft room or my craft room because I've done like more vintagey, like cutesy stuff in there, but I don't have a craft room anymore because it's my daughter's nursery. Not that she sleeps in there or anything.
She does not.
But now I have her room.
Okay, so I also.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead if you found it.
I did. It is. I swear I did.
All right, so moving on. I bought this kit. It's called Sweet Finch. I kind of loved it forever. However, when you get the fabric and stuff for this, it is completely different looking. It's much darker. And I'm going to actually, so it comes with beads and a trinket and all this stuff. I'm going to lighten up the fabric. It's very dark that it came with. So anyway, that's this pattern. I love it. It's beautiful. I love birds. My whole living room is done in garden theme because I think we've said we're gardeners. So yeah, I'm going to do that. That's one. And I have a little bit of haul, but that's because I got a problem. I got my cinnamon spice floss frenzy. So last month was black. This month was brown. But these are awesome. These are beautiful colors. So I got that.
The doorbell went off. Maybe my haul's here.
Woohoo! And I ordered this pattern right here. This took a while to get to me. I think I said I ordered some patterns like at the beginning of November or something. But I think it's beautiful. I actually think the picture is just beautiful.
Oh, is that the one from Brenda?
Yeah. So look how beautiful that is. I don't know when I'm going to start this. I've stopped myself from starting it, but I have all the floss and stuff for it, but it's beautiful.
And that is a with needle and thread pattern, correct?
It is. It's with needle and thread, and it's called Merry Yuletide. So it's beautiful. I love it so much. I know there's another one that's kind of like that with the red Santa. And I want to do that one probably next year, but I love this so much. So there's that one. And so that's, oh no, here's another one. So because Brenda and Laura say you have to buy all the blackbirds, I've been working on it slowly.
From the Brenda and the cereal starter?
Yeah, from Brenda. Yeah. So because I do not pay shipping if I don't have to, I ordered this. This came with the Winter Rose Manor. I actually got that and I forgot to bring it in here because I think I was still waiting for it, but everybody knows what that is by Brenda DeBay. But I ordered this too because I've always wanted it. And I want to stitch this one right here, kind of as with both my girls' names on it because I think it's stunning. So, and then I'll put, you and Jennifer on here.
Yeah.
With your birthdays. So that's it. And that is it with that's it with stitching haul.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not true. I bought some fabric. I bought some 40 count platinum.
Is it that beigey?
Yeah, it's that beige. So we're gonna experiment with this. I thought it would be more. I knew it was going to be beigey, but I thought it would be a cooler beige, like my flax that I go to. See how one's much warmer, one's much cooler. This is my go-to.
It's very khaki.
It's very khaki. So we're gonna dunk this. We're gonna gray this up, and I tend to go for way cooler colors. I think you guys have seen on Instagram now because Heather makes me post every day. My house is all grays and whites and greens, cooler colors. So we need to make this a little bit cooler beige.
What do you plan on stitching on that?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you had it, like a specific.
No.
You just bought it to
buy. I do because I try different colors whenever I order from like 1-2-3 or any shop. I try to grab another color because I am so picky. But I love this flax. This flax is amazing. It feels amazing.
Looks very kind of
like, I don't know. It's just beautiful. And it's a cooler color. So when I put it like next to my whites and my grays, even though it's brownish, it's a cool brown. So if that makes sense whatsoever. So we need to get the platinum to be cooler like my flax. But so there's that. Did you have other stitching stuff? Because I have a ton of.
I just wanted to show the name of this Etsy shop that has all the cute.
Oh, yes.
It's the Sugar Pink Boutique on Etsy. Oh, wow. Sugar
Right
Pink
there.
Boutique on Etsy has amazing, just any trim you can think of. I favorited a ton of stuff on there, but
For
specifically, what?
like finishing, for like
Yeah,
rickrack and all that.
any color ball
Woo!
pins that you could even think of. She's got like 102 tiny mini ball fringe colors.
Fun.
So I might order from her on Etsy. But I need to actually have something in mind for it before I do it, before I order, because I don't need to order.
Well, yeah.
Unless I get an Etsy gift card for Christmas, then I might.
You might.
Okay, want to move on to sewing? I think that's all we have for stitching. I've already talked about my stitching plans.
I have sewing haul, just a little bit though.
Okay.
Because you know how you
don't you think?
Do all of it. Well, it's not that much. It's only this. Because so my rule is I have to buy all the Lori Holt.
Yeah.
I have to have it all. And I didn't have a lot of this pink frosting, or frosting, I think is this color. Oh, I love it. So I actually have plans for this. So not these. I'm trying to buy all the Lori Holt. But I have to have the whole rainbow. So I like to have choices when I'm starting something. But I do have plans for this. I'll show you something in a minute that I made. And so I used the one I have. I have a sickness. If I'm going to use it, I have to order more if I can get more, because I can't do it. But I really do have a plan, and I don't know. I'll get to that after Christmas, but in this one. So that's my rule. Buy all the Lori Holt fabric that you can come in contact with. So.
I would, but my rule is that I'm cheap.
Well, you have to put it on your holiday wish list. So I think that was, that's it. Where I didn't buy a lot of fabric. That's a big fat lie. I got on Fat Quarter Shop for their Black Friday sale. It's probably on its way now. I didn't buy a lot. I didn't go crazy.
I do have some fabric coming, because that was what got me on a spending spree, was whatever Instagram I saw. I'll talk about it when I do show that haul next year. But.
Okay, so what have you been sewing?
So I talked about in Christmas plans, I wanted to do the Charming Christmas freebie pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. But once you started to do the Lori Holt blocks of the Christmas tree, I changed my plans a little bit. So I started with was it Merry Christmas, my dear? No, Dear Christmas.
Yeah, or Oh Dear.
Oh Dear Christmas fabrics.
By Moda.
Made 4 of these Christmas tree blocks.
My goodness, they're cute. And I like hers better. She did them scrappy, and I didn't do mine scrappy. So cute.
And then number 4. They're kind of all in like different stages. So what I'm going to do, and I've already kind of started to do it, I've added a white border around them. I need to rip this out because this is my first time really I'm just kind of winging it, making the pattern my own. I did too much border in between them. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all 4 of those Christmas tree blocks as the center here. And I'm going to kind of do the same thing here where I have a scrappy border and then a white border around that too. Out of these guys. And I remember now why I didn't order, because you had the red, like the gingham.
And I have quite a bit of it.
And I remember why I did that, because I was going to do this quilt for Evie's room and I didn't want reds. I wanted like all of these pastel-y colors. But I just added some other red that I had instead because I'm going a different route. But I'm going to do probably 2.5-inch squares around the edge to make it scrappy and cute. So I might work on that this week. I might not. We'll see. But that's what I've been working on for sewing. And it's really, really fun. That's that Christmas tree square. You can see it in the background on my mom's screen there. She has hers done up. That's out of the, yeah, that's out of the Lori Holt Christmas book. I don't have that.
That was a finish.
Right now, super cute. Like they're really, really fun to do.
I wish I had done mine scrappy after seeing Heather's, but I usually want to change my mind after seeing Heather's stuff anyway. So,
because you have a problem. Your stuff is so pretty.
Because I have a mental problem. Okay, everybody's is better.
Oh, it's
so
not.
I've been using the same fabric, and I'm working on, and you guys have seen it, the Yellow Brick Road. Yeah. So this will be the last quilt I make of this for a while. I do this, I make a couple, and then I'm like, I never want to do that quilt again. And it's my go-to. It's a great baby quilt, whatever. I haven't, and I'm to the final stage now. So here, you end up, the way you cut this, you kind of, it's like 3 stages. And so now all I need to do is put these all together. So I've got 3 different piles. So this is like one set. This is another way. It's just the way you cut it. It's fun. It's a fat quarter pattern. You use fat quarters. So there's another one.
No, I want to do one like that.
I know. And then there's this kind of block. And then now you just put them together. So that'll be what I do this afternoon. I was going to try to hurry and get it done, but I'm having so much fun with these fabrics that I didn't. And I did another block for my wall, so I'll show you that in a second. So those are it, and that's what I'll be doing this weekend, is finishing that up. I bought enough to do of this fabric here to do a border, but I don't know if I'm going to. I'm going to get it all together and then decide. I'm not sure. I'm not really into bordered quilts right now, so we'll see. We'll see. Depends on how it looks when I lay it on top of it, but I do have enough for that for a border. And I wanted to show you another, because I keep showing the Yellow Brick Road. I found this year. She also, it's Atkinson Designs. She also does a mini brick road, and and I haven't done it yet. So this will be something I try right after the first of the year with my hoarded Lori Holt fabrics, but use 5-inch squares. So that'll be fun. So it kind of gives the same scrappy look, and it's for a table runner, like baby quilts and placemats. So, but I just came across this year. This is a new pattern. So if you have the Yellow Brick Road, there is a mini brick road too.
You could use scraps for that too, couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm going to. I'm not ordinarily sew a quilt.
Anything.
You don't. I've only made one quilt with a charm square. I'm going to be honest. I'll do like project bags and crafty stuff with it. I'm a pre-washer. Mm-hmm. All my fabric has to be pre-shrunk. So yeah, so I'll be pulling this from, because I want to wash it and fabric shrink. So all my fabric, except for one quilt, which I will never do that again. I'm going to just say it. I pre-wash all my fabric. I don't like working with charm squares. The whole zigzag edge and accuracy, I get off. I don't know what's wrong with it. So anyway,
I've pre-washed charm packs before.
And I'm going to do that because I have other charm squares, and I have this fabric line that I bought a lot of it. And after using them for a quilt, in fact, I'll just show it because I did bring it out. No, I'll show that in a second, because I do want to say that I said I was going to make this block. It's from Primrose Cottage Quilts, Rosewood Star. I made a block with it. It's like one of my favorite things I've ever made in my whole life now. Because I'm going to be taking all this down after Christmas. So let me see if I can do this. So, and here's my block. It's going to be a little mini quilt for my wall. I love it so much. It's out of my...
Beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
So I have been given by my husband's coworker 3 boxes of bits and pieces of embroidery, fabrics. There's patterns from like the 30s. It's so awesome to dig through. And so I really wanted to start putting them in blocks and make things with them. And I wanted to put a little pink, but I didn't want a pink block in the middle. So I dug through my stuff and I put this in, and I love it. I love it so much. I'm going to hand quilt this. That's why I didn't, I did stabilize this because I cut off, it's kind of big. The embroidery is, not super fine. I stabilized this with SF101. It's like a woven interfacing so that when I cut it, it didn't fray apart and basically the embroidery fall out of the fabric. But, that's it. So.
Turned out so pretty. And that gave me a ton of ideas for that. I think I want to do
me too.
A cross stitch in the middle.
I do. And I think I really want to do 4 of these, probably the bigger size. Mm-hmm. I'm redoing my master bedroom. And so something like this in the bigger size, because this pattern comes in 16 and 24 inches. So I'm going to do 4 of the 24 inches to hang on my bedroom wall.
Yeah.
My bedroom's very cottagey. And so whether I do, I'm not sure. I have a bunch of different embroidery, but I think it'd be fun just to wander through antique shops and stuff and find different stuff to put in them. So
definitely
kind of opened up a whole new, and I mean, who doesn't love this fabric? Seriously.
Is that one's Granny Chic?
This is Granny Chic. I don't think this might be Farm Girl or something, but these are Granny Chic. So, and because I cut into my blue, I had to buy more of that.
Yeah, so. I love that one. I have that one even.
Oh, I have a hard time because it's so beautiful, and I have it in bins and I just stare at it. So, but anyway, I was going to show you the one charm because I keep showing the Yellow Brick Road. If you like the patchworky look, but you want a super easy, you can do it out of scraps. You can do it, whatever. It's a charm pack. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's a charm pack quilt. It's really fun. It's really easy. I made this at the beginning of our time at home. It's from the man cave. It's quite large. It's out of Urban Farmhouse by Primitive Gatherings. It's for my husband's room. And I actually use charm squares for this. So it's super easy. I did, there's no borders, kind of into the borderless, like I said. But it's really a cool effect. And it's a fun quilt to make, super easy. Definitely a beginner.
Well, it looks complicated, like when you look at the pattern.
It looks like it's really hard to do, but it's not.
Right.
It's super easy. But the effect is really awesome. Grab some, if you like sewing with charm squares. If not, cut yourself up get the pattern because you don't use whole 5 inches on a lot of them. So, but yeah, I think it turned out really cool, and I think this will be really cool in my husband's room. I think I've said we're converting our garage into basically a giant room to hold a giant TV, so he can watch giant players run across it. He hates my TV, so my TV is basically the size of a computer monitor. But
what is it, like 18 inches?
Huh?
How big is your TV? Like 18 inches?
No,
it's like it.
It's like a 30-inch or something. I hate big TVs. I don't watch a lot of TV, and I see really well. The rest of my family's blind, and they hate my TVs. It had to fit into an antique cabinet I found. So, but anyway, I've never had a big TV. I haven't ever had.
My husband and I always have to have closed captioning on. And
I hate closed
we
captioning.
have to. I don't know. We started it years ago when we were watching Line of Duty, which is a British show. And like, we can't watch anything without it now, except for football, because football captioning is terrible. But it's impossible for us to see on a 30-inch TV when there's closed captioning on. I mean, it'd be like reading a book.
Except for now you have like a 42-inch TV and you should be able to see that.
We do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they can't see on my TV.
No, on your TV. Yeah, is what I'm saying. Well, and he definitely, I mean, he is football crazy, and so he would not be able to watch a football game on that.
No, he's excited for my husband to get his big. Well, and every time he says, well, I'm going to get, first it was like a 65-inch TV. Then it was like a 75. The other day he's like, well, when I get my 85-inch TV, I'm like, I'm not ever going to walk into a room that has people bigger than me running across the screen. So that is not going to happen. I will be okay with 75, but I'm very light sensitive. So I get headaches from stuff like that. And these people with these, my daughter has a media room with, what is that? A projection TV.
And it's the
Mario people are like that big. And
when they play video games.
I can't even, it gives me a headache to be in there. So yeah, we're not going to be doing that. But
and when we had my gender reveal party, we put the ultrasound up on because we did it at my sister's house. She wanted to do a gender reveal party for me. And we put the ultrasound up on the projection wall, and it was like, it's crazy. We honestly just did it because it was funny to have it on there, like this massive.
It's ridiculous.
It was.
So, anyway, what is your sewing plans? My sewing plan is to finish this quilt. Yeah. It should be to quilt some of this other stuff I keep piling around, but yeah, I'm going to finish my deer quilt.
So we've decided that we're going to do a video every week for December through January 2nd. And then we're posting every day on Instagram. We didn't really want to commit to Vlogmas because,
well, right now, because we can't be at each other's houses.
Yeah, it was going to be really tough. Hard. It was going to be a lot of editing, and I do the editing. Like we don't edit these videos, but I mean, if we were going to do Vlogmas, it would be a lot of editing, and that's impossible with a toddler for me, anyways, because I'm kind of lazy. So I didn't want to do that. It just seemed like a lot of.
And Mom vetoed that. There's like,
I did. I called her one night. I'm like, let's do Vlogmas. Well, actually, no. I called her and I said, I have an idea, and she goes, we're not doing Vlogmas, because she knew that that's what I was gonna say.
Because I kept seeing everybody saying it, and I'm like, I've got 2 big house projects I'm getting ready to do. You guys would not want to see me painting stairwell. So yeah, no.
Yeah. So we decided not to do
the frog tape off my stairs. So,
but instead we decided to do lazy Vlogmas, which is a weekly video, a weekly Flosstube video, and then post a picture post something every single day on Instagram that was Christmas related or whatever. And because of that, I don't know if I want to make sewing plans because we have a video next week.
I'm going to, just because that's what I'm doing this afternoon. But
yeah.
These. How could you not want to put them together?
I know.
And then you can
my goal. So my goal is not going to be obviously to have that finished, but I think my goal will be to, because I have to rip out. I messed up the border on that, so I need to rip all that out. But that's something I can do when I'm watching TV at night. So my goal for sewing will be to rip all that out, get the borders on there, and at least get the squares cut out for the scrappy squares cut out, and maybe
I forgot. That's a lot. That's quite a bit.
I haven't cut
she only has like nighttime to work on it, so and bits and
I don't
pieces.
like to do a lot of fabric cutting when she's awake because she's grabby and she likes to be right there with me. So if she's like distracted doing something, or if she's like playing with Play-Doh in her high chair, I can typically get some cutting done. But yeah, my goal will be to at least get those squares cut out and maybe a couple of them sewn together for the border, and at least the four trees to be bordered and sewn together. But I have more stitching plans than anything.
I just want to work on those two, and maybe the church ornament so I can actually finish it. I didn't work on that at all because once I found the All Hearts Come Home, I needed to work on that. That's really
the church when I started, or the hometown?
No, the little hometown ornament. So yeah. I'm going to try to squeeze that into. I tend to, once I start working on something, I really tend to just kind of focus on that till it's done. So it's really hard for me to say, I know. It's really hard for me to say, okay, stop doing that and work on something else. But then I'm thinking, but I want to finish this because I love it and I want it in my house. So yeah. I love the process, but I am definitely the other one. Project, what is it? There's the process where you love the process. Product, I guess.
Yeah.
I like the finished product. That's why I buy the patterns. That's why.
And I'm more of a process.
I do them. No, I had, I tried last year to put myself on I'll have 5 things going. When February came around, I worked on one, finished it, worked on another because it drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Having all these ones was just not. So I think 3 or 4 I can probably handle, only because we're doing Flosstube and you would be really bored with me. But then again, but then again, I finished up more. So
yeah, I know,
so
and that's another goal for next week is for me to have decided out of all of those 12 projects I have going, which ones I am planning on completing this Christmas season. Because the rest of them, like, yes, I'm okay with getting them started because the first of the year have decided we're going to get on like a rotation where there's days of the week we're working on Christmas stuff. Then I'll have a ton of stuff started to work on. Right?
I definitely want because I have 2 quilts for sure. Christmas, I mean, this one and one other one. I definitely want to have those completely done before Christmas. No, that's not true. The tops.
Yes.
I lied. I hate quilting. I hate the quilting part. I need to get, I've quilted my own quilts always. So I don't know if they'll be quilted, but the tops will be done. But as far as cross stitch, the All Hearts Come Home and my church ornament, those are the ones I want to completely finish. And then whatever else is just extra. Because that house on the home, Hollyberry, Hollyberry is ginormous.
Yeah, that's more stitching than like
if you see
a couple of the patterns I'm doing right now.
Well, the pattern comes in 4. This is almost one whole page. Yes. So yeah, so I'm gonna, that's big. So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna finish that one, but I'm gonna work on it until it's done. I'm not gonna start any other big thing until then. I just can't. It's too much for my head. So
and I'm not even prepared to say what I'm gonna finish this year.
I'm gonna do the 2 quilts because I'm really enjoying working on them, and I'm just gonna work on it.
So oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have that quilt top done, just not by next week.
Probably not. I mean,
we'll see how the week goes. She was being a total angel yesterday. Like, she's cracking us up this week, and then she woke up today and she is on one.
Everyday thing, from the second they wake up, that look on their face is like, oh, this is gonna be a good day.
And she has fallen on her head several times this week. Like, she did this morning.
It's the helmet stage where they need to be wearing helmets. I swear to goodness.
Took off around a corner and just like, how do you fall on your forehead? Just like walking through the living room. I don't know, man. So
I don't know.
We gotta keep it on.
So I think we're gonna go. It's beautiful out here today, gorgeous. So I think we're gonna go maybe work outside. My husband's building me a potting shed, and it's been like a 2-year project. We're the slowest builders on the planet. So I think we're gonna go do that and say goodbye because
Oh, and thanks for all your nice comments, everybody. And
Everybody's wonderful. Thank you so much. I love hearing what everybody's working on and
yeah,
that you've been inspired. That's really cool. And that you've
definitely.
bought like lots of stuff because we did, and it makes me feel better that I'm
That's
not the
why we
only.
buy lots of stuff, because we see it all on Instagram and on your floss tubes.
Definitely. I mean, you know, everybody knows you stop the video, you go order it, then you feel better, and then you can finish it off, you know, watching the video.
So let us know, like, if you also have a problem like I do, where you keep buying things and starting them and not finishing them, or if you're like my mom who do that as well.
I buy them. You've seen.
Oh yeah, no, you're a buyer. You buy for sure.
I buy a lot, and it's that time of year. What can I say?
She likes
because if I'm
the industry alive.
I don't go shopping outside of the house much, so
Right.
I feel the need to stimulate the economy.
She can come in.
So Evie will say hi, and then we're gonna.
I'll have Evie say bye. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. You can let her in, babe. Yes, please. And follow us on Instagram at White House Stitchery and Carly Court Cottage to see what we've been posting about for Christmas. Come here, baby. And then I'll let you say hi and bye to Evie.
Hey, Chicklet. Boy, does her hair look red.
She looks wild today. Yeah, come here, baby. Yeah, was that Daddy's? Come here. Oh, yes, that's Daddy's computer. Don't pick that up.
Are you going to come say hello?
Let me grab it real quick. Yeah, come here. Bring the pillow. Come here, sweetheart.
What do you say to YouTube?
Come here. You come say hi. Oh, she's heavy. Say hi. What do you say?
Hi.
Until she. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. I love you.
Can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. She's going to take off now.
Okay.
All right. So follow us, subscribe to us. Let us know what you're working on below.
Have a wonderful stitchy week.
Yes. Have a good stitchy week. Do all the fun Christmassy things. And we will see you again next Saturday.
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.